All right, hello once again. Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD 1000 Web Development Technologies class, I've been creating a series of video presentations that are based off of the Mozilla Developer Network Learn Web Development series. And just to show you, all right, I put a little overview video in here, but then we had our Learn Web Development, and I had about a dozen or so lectures, and then we went into HTML, and you can see I have, so each one of these, divide that by 2, so this is the presentation and this will be the MP4 file in here. So about a dozen there, about 7 or 8 here, about 4 here, and now we're almost through the CSS part. So again, about 8 to 10 there, about 10 to 12, 10 to 15 there, about 7 or 8 there, and again about 10 or 15 or whatever. These have not all been produced yet. All right, so the point is we're up around 90 lectures. I'm never even sure, because I don't do much on looking on the views, how many people have looked at this, and other people who have, how many people found it at least somewhat helpful. But my hope is that it does. Now, this last project that's in here, it says test your skills, fundamental layout comprehension. If you have worked through this module, you've already covered the basics of what you need to use with CSS. All right. So it says you have been provided with some raw HTML, basic CSS, and images, and now you need to create a design that looks like this. Okay. So it says you can download the HTML, the set of 6 images here. So here is the HTML. Well, in fact, I guess can I grab all of it? No. There's the HTML. So let me grab all of this. About 90 lines, it looks like. And I'm going to actually create a new file for this. All right, so there's that. All right, so there's the first thing. Then next, it says we've been given the CSS, so there's the styles.css, so I'm going to grab that. All right, and I'm going to copy that also into a new file. Notice it's styles.css. And I think what I will do here, all right, is I'm going to grab, I'll do it like this. How's that? I'll come in here, I'm going to right mouse click, new, and we'll call this, I don't know. I'm going to call it balloons. I don't even know if I'm spelling that right. I don't know if balloons has got 2 L's or 1 L. I don't really care. But the point is, in that balloons thing that's right there, I'm going to add everything. So I'm going to, there was this CSS. So in here, this is going to change to CSS /styles. So give me a second here. So this will be my index file, and it's going to go into balloons. So this will be index.html. So there's that one. This will be saved as, I'm going to put in a styles folder. No, I'll make it CSS. And we'll call it styles.css. So we've now got that. And it says that the other thing that we have in here are the images. So there they are. Well, I don't know if I can highlight all of them. Let's see. Usually you can, let's see, go to File. No. Well, I'm going to see if I can bring it in like this. This is probably a silly way to do this, but it's the way I'm going to use. So, images, there will be the first one. the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, and the sixth one. Now, I'm going to quickly jump back into my, so I've got it all in here. There's balloons, all right? And it's not going to show a lot of the stuff that's in here right now. Notice I don't have those images showing because they're not pathed correctly. All right, so let's come in here. And I think that our, okay. Well, it does have images slash, so that should be actually okay. Images slash, yeah, they should be okay. Oh, it saved them as HTML documents. There's the problem. Nope, that is not at all what I want. So let me get rid of all those. And let me take a look again at what's in here. Just going to do it like this. So there's the first image. The second image. The third image. The fourth image. The fifth image. And finally, the sixth image. All right, I should now have all the images in there. When I go into here and refresh, there's the image and there's the other images. All right, so this is what they give you by default. All right, and they want you to take it then and turn it into this right here. All right, so what does that mean? Well, let's talk the simplest stuff first. Looks like that's bolded. Looks like that's bolded. This has been set up as a menu. This is now being floated. These are put off to the side. So really it's kind of a two-columnar layout. All right, so it says you can download that here. I've already done that. Oh, I guess I could have went there. That would have been easier. Save the HTML document and thing into a directory on your own computer. I did that. Add the images in a folder named images. I did that. Opening the HTML file should give you a basic styling with no layout. All right. And it should look something like the image seen below. And that's pretty much what mine did look like, except it had the stuff down here, the images. So the starting point has all the content you need for normal flow. If you don't want to work, it's fine. Your tasks that you need to do. Display the navigation items in a row. The navigation bar should scroll with the content and become stuck on the top when the user reaches it. The image inside should have text wrapped around it. Article and aside should display in a two-column format. And the photograph should display as a two-column grid with a 1 pixel gap between them. You don't need to edit the HTML to achieve this, but you should be using positioning, float, flexbox, grid. It says there are a few ways to do this. All right. All right. You can practice these examples with any of those interactive editors. Put your work if you have a problem. And I'm going to work on this, but I'm going to do this offline. Okay. So I will do this as 2 parts, but I will make sure when I get done with it that I will go over every single bit of it with you. Okay. All right. So that's really basically what I want to say on this one. And I'll come back with part 2 shortly.